So here's how it looks. I've put the caulk in. The caulk will dry and should be very hard to see. As you can see on that seam, the caulk has dried a lot of the way at the top already. The bottom bead is a little heavier than everything else, so it looks like it is going to be a nice gray bead of caulk when it's dry. But I'm not going to go too much further until it does dry. I've got a few shim pieces here. I have gone ahead and put some fresh mud up here that I'll sand that down, and we'll give it another couple coats because I can already see I got a bad spot right there. Trying to do it a little better. Repaint it, and then we can button it all up. But here's how it's really going to look from a distance point of view. So it is a big improvement. Let's start with an action shot. Here is the shop vac plugged in, ready to go. Here on the counter I've used the Dremel with a drill bit. As you can see, there is a mess to be cleaned up. I've been doing my best to keep the mess to a minimum, but sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Remember, I said this frame board here on the window was loose, so I took the Dremel and I cut some pieces of drywall away so I could put a filler board in there, and I put a filler board right there, and that should take care of it. And I run some screws up and I'll get some filler, make it look good. It shouldn't be too bad. So that's the plan there. Thank you. Alright, so here I've installed some paper towel to hold it, just because I didn't have enough insulation. And I put the block in there. It's been screwed in. I'll just put some filler there before I paint it. And same thing with this one right here. I've got more. I messed up there just now. I leaned my hand into it. Just made a mess. But the rest of it's good. I just kept the high spots here. And that should be all pretty good. A little light sand and that's ready to go. Except I do have to do that spot over now, which sucks. But that being said, I'm about to start hooking up the outlets and making them go back together. I think I might buy some different wall plates, because the ones I'm using, there's nothing wrong with them, but they're just cheap. They're the cheapest plastic ones. So I was thinking about maybe making something pop out a little better. Maybe in the dining room too, get some nicer covers. And that's about it. So I've got these leftover pieces of trim here, which I'm just going to hot glue these on. You don't need anything special. You know, it's Gorilla Hot Glue. And I'm just going to put these on here like this, which will give it perfect, which will make it a perfect level spot there, so everything will nail up real nicely. And that's about it. Also, I wanted to mention, you'll notice that when you look in the window here, it's all pretty clear because there's no screen. I thought I was watching My Cousin Vinny because the screen was so dirty. Thank you. Also, I thought I would share, this is my beef soup. Nice chunks of stuff. Delicious looking soup, huh? It's a little cold right now. I'm trying to get it heated up here. I get too carried away, it's time for another video. So here I've just re-glued the header board. I've redone all of the drywall work up here. It was really bad. It looks pretty good now. I wish I didn't use just a paintbrush, and I did actually expend a roller to do this, to paint it, but you know, I'm way too cheap for that. So this is how it's looking so far. I've done some outlet work. I bought some new wall plates. I'll discuss them in a second. I've got the sink here, the new sink faucet disassembled and ready to install. It's getting late. I want to work on this here and have room with the old faucet before I switch it out. And I want to take my time, so I'm thinking first thing tomorrow morning. Thanks. See you. So here is the finished product. I used brass wall plates. I thought they would look better. The other ones, I'm going to change them throughout the whole house, like that one. Dining room, I'm going to start changing these out. It's easy and they do look better. The window frame turned out really good.
again, I used a brush, but it looks good. I still need to clean out the screens. Actually, I haven't done that yet. So the sink faucet looks real nice. And that's the rest. Thanks.